You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
What's up now, pump chick?
Has editing your content become a burden, or you just don't have the skill set?
I wish I could focus on content production, but post-editing takes so much time and effort.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We'll look no further. Here at Asylum 99 Studios, I can help you create professional quality videos that will be sure to captivate viewers. With my creativity and skill, along with your content, assets, and ideas, I can bring your vision into the simulation. I offer the following services: video clipping and organization, content creation, VFX, SFX, and motion graphics, intro and outro assets. Requests may be taken upon further discussion. So if you're a content creator, short on time because you're out living your best life, or you wish you could focus all your energy into producing content, reach out to Asylum 99 Studios today.
What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for?
Don't settle for mediocre videos. Hire me as your freelance video editor and create videos that meet your standards. Asylum 99 Studios. Release your creativity.
What's going on, tribe? Now, today we're going to talk about one of my damn nemesis. And frankly, all of our nemesis. The motherfucking CIA. They're the ones that did this to all of us. All the issues that... walk with me and talk with me. I don't mean every issue in your life. But like major issues that we all share. Situations, events, experiments. We can attribute to them. For instance, the open air asylum. That's brought to you by the CIA. Suicidal tendencies told y'all they're f***ing with me subliminally. Mind control, the easiest way. Sponsored by the CIA. But with that said, let's just go ahead and get into the video.
Putin has made it clear in several interviews that he is well aware of how U.S. presidents come and go, and U.S. policy never changes.
Общался и с одним президентом США, и с другим, и с третьим. Президенты приходят и уходят, а политика не меняется. Знаете почему? Потому что очень сильна власть бюрократии. Вот человека избрали, он приходит с одними идеями, к нему приходят люди с кейсами, хорошо одетые и в темных, как у меня, костюмах, но только не с красным галстуком, а с черным или с темно-синим. И начинают объяснять, как нужно делать. И все сразу меняется, понимаете? Это происходит от одной администрации к другой.
Putin is well aware that it is the CIA who directs U.S. policy.
But who didn't know that? The people that got their head buried in the sand. I'd say they took over right around the time that JFK got clapped. Right. If you can't see the CIA's involvement in propping up that puppet Biden, there's no hope for you. You're a victim. And I'll actually let y'all say that for dealing with the CIA. Y'all are victims of the CIA. But see, when you come dealing with me, CIA, I'm on to your mother ass. You understand? A lot of people don't understand, boy. Fighting for your sanity is a mother. Because a lot of y'all ain't doing that. Y'all just went insane without a fight. just went insane. It takes great effort to hold it together in this world. And it's all thanks to these motherfuckers right there. You punk bitch. They do shit, and then they leave the records for all of us to see. I'm sure there's some stuff that they just won't let nobody see. But a lot of the stuff they did, they just release it for you, stuff like that. You don't believe me? You trust the CIA? You a crazy motherfucker? Go over to FOIA. Just surf around in there. I'm over there, and I'm gonna be bringing y'all some stuff from that. But that's a lot of stuff to go through. Okay. There's a lot of wild stuff in there if you've never been in there. So we're gonna go ahead and keep continuing on.
And it is the intelligence agencies of NATO countries who have been covertly instigating war with Russia for decades. In the Tucker Carlson.
And anybody who ain't had their head under a rock knows that's true. It's been going on my whole life. We ain't been to war with them suckers yet, as far as the U.S. military is concerned. In my lifetime. Okay, I know we went to World War I and all that shit. I'm talking about my lifetime. Okay, my few decades in this world. But all I ever hear is I'm talking Putin this, Putin that, because he's been the only leader there since I've been alive, if I'm not mistaken. He's been the leader of Russia my entire life. You understand? Think about that. There's people I know that know the leader before him. It's crazy to think about when you grow up in America with these clowns switching place every 4 years. It's a lot of chaos that goes down, and people get lost in the confusion and the mire and the chaos.
Interview at the Kremlin, President Putin seemed to be speaking directly to the CIA, twice playfully hinting that Tucker is a representative of the intelligence organization.
Now that's something to think about right there. But I'm not surprised, because a lot of people in my tribe will be like, Rondo, why you keep showing us Alex Jones? That's controlled opposition. I know, kinfolk, I know. But the great thing about controlled opposition is they're giving you the truth. Now, of course, we all have to chew the meat, spit out the bones, right? But they're giving you, because of disclosure, right? When you're dealing in the ether and you're dealing with beings of which we should not be communicating with or working with, you have to tell your victims what they're doing. The trick is you have to get your victims not to care and to go, or to, even better, to go along with it. So I will continue using the controlled opposition's information to spread it to y'all, because I know a lot of people don't see this stuff. And I'm not even talking about within the tribe. I'm talking about the world at large. I've heard stuff, from what I've been watching this show since high school. Okay, I've been listening to this stuff since high school. I'll hear them talk about some stuff, and then it'll happen like 4 years later, and that's when everybody will start talking about it. I'm like, damn, I heard about that shit years ago. I've been waiting for it. But see, when you got this kind of information, because I know I used to send this stuff to people directly, like before I had a channel or anything. I used to send stuff like this to people directly, and they'd be like, I don't want to see that shit. Right? So I know most people haven't seen it or heard of it. You're not gonna recognize it until. And when I mean recognize it, I don't mean see it. I mean you're not gonna be like, okay, it's real, until your mainstream puppet masters tell you so. Let's continue.
With the backing of whom?
With the backing of CIA, of course. The organization you wanted to join back in the day as...
One more thing. I want to level with everybody. Forget political affiliation. Forget national affiliation for a second. Think about this. In my lifetime, there's been, I think I was around for Herbert Walker. I don't know if I was born yet or not. Clinton. Young Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. Throughout the 6 of them, he's been here the whole time. I'm actually more prone to believe him than to believe the people in charge of me, because I live here and I see what these maniacs have done to us. And as I said before, you have no reason to be listening to these people. They don't have our best interests at heart. And all you're doing by buying their propaganda hook, line, and sinker is sinking yourself.
But it's your weak mind, baby, that gets you into trouble.
I understand. We should thank God they didn't let you in. Although, it is a serious organization.
This man's former KGB. Meaning that it might sound like a joke that he said that about Tucker Carlson, but chances are that's actually some true shit.
Understand.
Who blew up Nord Stream?
You for sure.
I was busy that day. Nate, I did not blow up
Gotcha.
Nord Stream. Thank you, though.
I'm not saying Tucker Carlson blew up Nord Stream either. I'm just saying he got you with the CIA thing.
У вас лично, может быть, есть алиби, у вас лично.
You personally may have an alibi, but the CIA has no such alibi.
And the CIA responded to Putin via their New York Times media outlet in the recent article, The Spy War, How the CIA Secretly Helps Ukraine Fight Putin.
I should have known it was you all the time, sucker.
I bet you liberals didn't see that while you was going through the Times. I bet you skipped right over it. Because think about it. What's all the propaganda you're seeing right now? Ukraine and Israel. So-called. You're being played with, people. Put your foolish pride aside and understand that if you don't snap out of it, we are in trouble. Okay? We are in real trouble if y'all don't pull your head from betwixt where the sun don't shine.
The article admits that the CIA, operating through 3 different presidential administrations, has transformed the Ukraine into Washington's most important intelligence partners against the Kremlin. They have secretly trained and equipped Ukrainian intelligence officers over the past decade and constructed a network of 12 secret bases along the Russian border used to launch cross-border attacks on Russian territory. This means the CIA is responsible for the attacks on oil refineries and energy infrastructure.
Translation: the CIA is why you getting throttled at the pump.
The article describes secret underground command centers established near the Russian border, financed and equipped by the CIA. A CIA program called
With your tax dollars.
Operation Goldfish enabled Ukrainians to hack into Russian military networks.
Money they stole from you because taxation is theft.
Break into satellites and decode secret conversations.
And I know what I said. I didn't say taxation without representation. I said taxation is theft.
2 years after the 2014 Western-backed coup in Ukraine, the CIA set up training programs for an elite Ukrainian commando force known as Unit 2245. The CIA trained Ukrainian spies who operate inside of Russia, across Europe, and in other places where Russia operates. The article points out that this operation may have been hidden from Trump. While Trump's rhetoric was friendly to Russia, his administration of anti-Russia war hawks, such as Mike Pompeo and John Bolton, kept Western aggression moving forward, which is what Putin has been pointing out for years. Presidents come and go, and the policy never changes. The article says nothing about the several bioweapons labs that the U.S. admitted to having along Russia's border.
What do they do at biolabs, Kinfolk?
Some of these labs were seized by the Russian Federation, who say they are preparing to release a report on them, but have so far remained silent.
I got something to keep my eyes out for, and if I get my hands on it, I'm gonna bring it to y'all.
Putin has made it clear that Russia's actions in Ukraine was in response to decades of hostile US-NATO military expansion on Russian borders, and the CIA is now admitting this to be true. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Now, you can be real with yourselves for a second. Have you been trusting the CIA all this time, or have you been out here thinking for yourself? Because let's be clear here.
Let's first be clear.
You're listening to the news. You're listening to the CIA. Randall, you listen to InfoWars. Aren't you listening to the CIA too? I'm chewing the meat and spitting out the bones. I'm taking their admissions, and I'm dodging their hijack, as people in the tribe like to say. Okay? You gotta remember, I was born in the 90s. I was dropped off in the middle of all this madness. I didn't come in here in the build up like a lot of my elders have, where they got to see the world before this stuff jumped off. No. When I dropped into the map, we were in full-fledged pandemonium already. So me looking for information is like looking in the dark without a light. So when I get a little bit of a light, I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna see what I can see when I peek through the hole. And I'm gonna take what I see, and I'm gonna dissect it. And I'm gonna decide for myself. And I suggest y'all start doing the same. And that starts when you click off this video and you click onto another one and you start watching those ads. Start seeing what the CIA is saying to you. Okay? Because remember, they're fucking with you subliminally.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions.
Send the word.